Hi, my name is Julie, and welcome to Soul Landscapes. Soul Landscapes is a topic that I have on my website, bluefeathercreations.com. Soul Landscapes will cover different areas of soul healing, also diseases of the soul, and we will even be discussing what is the soul, how is the soul created. This page is created to open up dialogue between one another, to try to examine and share ideas about the creation of the soul and why we're here. I would like to tell you my individual belief about the soul. I believe that the soul is developed as we are here on earth. We're a spark of light that came from the Creator, the source of all things. We came to this earth into physical bodies, and our purpose on this planet is to be able to undergo different trials and situations, to explore and gain experience, and then to take all of those things that we have learned and to put that within ourselves to grow our soul. Our soul's light grows with the more knowledge that we obtain. It also grows with the more spiritual connection that we have with the universe, with the source, and with one another. You can hear in different songs and music, you even read it in poetry and different books, and some myths and legends about the soul and soul light, about darkness and how darkness likes to feed off of the soul. This light is ours. When you came to this earth as that spark of the Creator, you had all the power that you needed to be able to walk through this earth and to accomplish the things that you want to learn what you want to. So if your experience has been something negative, you learn from that. You learn from the emotions. The emotions and feelings that we have when we're suffering and going through pain, over a breakup, over a death, extreme sadness, extreme depression. Those are the things that mold us, create us. And it also fortifies the soul if you use those experiences to learn. The problem with society today is that a lot of people stay stuck. They don't evolve beyond that point of pain. They don't know how to deal with it. Part of the work that I do with quantum healing hypnosis technique as created by Dolores Cannon is to help tap into that subconscious of the mind. Not to go in and play with it, but to go and help people kind of pull out those things that they've hidden, things that they stored away because they didn't want to deal with it. I think we all know the real purpose and reason why we're here, but we have shuffled it aside to be able to live in this material existence and to gain things that really aren't important to the growth of our souls and our spirit. So I would recommend too that you go ahead and post your comments about what you feel the soul is. You can disagree, that's okay. The dialogue, I would ask for you to keep it light and keep it knowledgeable. But also refrain from posting derogatory remarks. I understand the connection with the Bible and Jesus' teachings. And like I tell everyone, Jesus and I have a personal relationship and I don't need anyone to define that for me. However, the purpose of this broad discussion is to engage with all people of different religions and to be able to bring our ideas and thoughts together so that we may be able to get a clear picture of the essence of the soul and the diseases of the soul and how we can heal the soul. I work in the psychiatric field as a registered nurse, and I have so for 14 years. I have seen the emotional upheavals in society. I've seen people experience pain in ways that you and I couldn't even understand. Some of them never move out of that, and they move into different issues like substance abuse or, excessiveness is what I call it. Because to make up for something else, you become excessive about something else. Clear that a little bit. Like say people who have OCD tendencies, they have a fixed reason to be able to keep their life in order. I understand this because to prevent any type of disruption or chaos, they want to keep the equilibrium going. But that is not why we're here. We have to allow ourselves to be able to explore and feel the pain. In my mind blog, I discuss the purpose of the dark night of the soul. You hear a lot of people say that. But I want you to understand that darkness, the emotion, the suffering, it is necessary for us to be able to move. Change is not made by staying in a state of equilibrium. Change, whether it's an organization or in an individual, it can only be done by a force that's moving it. The force that we are dealing with is the emotion. So when we medicate the emotion out, when we become excessive in our behaviors to try to balance that out, we're not using the emotion to propel us in the direction that we need to go into. I had recently asked, my life was just so perfect. New grandchild, my marriage was great, and I had a good job, I have a good home, and I have food on the table. And I thought I was ready. I said, Shiva, go ahead and let's do this. It's time to do the dance. It's towards the end of the year, 2015. And be careful what you ask for, because I was ripped open emotionally, and everything that I thought was my world really was an illusion that I had created to stay in my state of equilibrium. So this page is dedicated to great scholars, lecturers, teachers, people to help guide us and help us learn more. There's also the shamanic part. The shaman is not a very prominent figure, especially in Western society. And I hope that is changing. But I want people to be very careful when they see people labeling themselves as the shaman. The shaman is a special role, it's a calling. The people, I have put a couple of links to some people who I feel are authentic and you can learn from. So please explore those links on this page and learn from them. You don't have to agree with them. I just ask you to learn from them. So in part 2 of this video, we will be discussing some of those diseases of the soul and some of those things that keep us from achieving and moving on and growing our soul light, and using our power to walk this earth. So please join me in section 2 of this video, and thank you. I appreciate your time.